Here we are. We're going to show you how we do a window in Alaska to keep the winter from freezing up. All right, go ahead, Nick. First thing you want to do is you want to clean it really good. What we like to use is we like to use Windex, and or some other ammonia-based cleaner, and we like to use the best we like to use is newspaper. So you get a crumpled up newspaper. So that's how we start. Next thing we do is we take some alcohol, and we want to clean around the frames of the wood, because what we're going to do is we're going to put some two-sided tape. So he goes all the way around the frames, and these are really good windows to do because they have these beautiful frames. And so what happens is that we will take two-sided tape, and what he wants to do is clean all on the inside, because the tape is going to go right on there, and then that's going to seal. And so we'll put it all the way around, and you want it to be totally clean and totally dry. Okay, now what we do is we have this two-sided tape that comes with it, and it's what it is. It's paper on one side. And so Nick is just going to put it right up there, and he hangs it over about 3 inches off of the side so that we can come around and push it down. And then very carefully he puts it all along, and he's going to put it all along the outside of the window. And then what we do is after we put it on, then we come around and push it down really firm. And we want to keep it in one piece so we don't break it at all. And so he's going to just keep putting it right along. You're getting it a little too close to the back. So be careful, and this will help when we put the plastic on it. That's what it will stick to. So before we get all the way around, what we like to do is the part that came over the top, we push down, and then what we'll do, we'll make sure it's pushed down really good, and then we're going to peel that paper off. And you just peel that off. And just bring it back a little bit like that. Now Nick's going to come around. Watch how you're going there. So Nick's going to come around, and he's going to overlap a little bit at the top, and he's going to go over by about 1 inch on the top, just for good measure. He has all that taped down. He's just going to go around and really push it down, get it tight, really nice and tight, because we don't want it to come off. And so he's going to get it nice and tight and make sure it's... You just run your hand over it really tight. We get that all taped down and put on, then Nick is going to take and peel it all off. And you want to be careful that you don't touch the tape once you've done it, because you don't want it to lose any of its stickiness. So he just pulls the paper off. It's two-sided tape. And he's going to pull it all the way off. So the entire window will be covered with the tape, and that tape is going to hold the plastic in place. This is what it is that we're using. We're using this patio door insulation kit, but this is only because of the size. We needed this big size, but really it just is a window insulation kit. Next thing we do is we've cut this plastic to fit. I'm going to hold it. You can sometimes do this as one person. Okay, straighten it out to the bottom. Okay, hold tight. And then what I do is I just kind of push it to the top. Come up here, Steve. Video up here. Okay, and then I come down to the bottom while Nick's pulling it tight. And then all I'm doing is pushing it up against the tape. And then I come to the side and I pull it, and then I push it to the tape. So I pull it and push it to the tape. You want it as smooth as you can, and then Nick's going to do the same on the other side. And then we go all the way around it with our fingers to make sure that it's nice and tight. Once you get that done, just kind of go around. Be careful that you don't hit it with your fingernails. Okay. Final step, next to the final step, because we still got to cut the edges off, but the next to the final step is we're hit it with a heat gun. Go ahead. It's not a heat gun, it's a hair dryer. And you want to keep it about 8 to 10 inches away, and you got to keep it moving, because otherwise it'll melt that. So you got to be real careful. You're not going to be happy with the pot. But you can watch as you're doing it, and it's going to really tighten it up. It's really amazing how it works. You'll have it so clear, you won't even know you have it in there. What happens on a window is, especially in Alaska, if you don't have that visqueen on the inside like that, what happens is when you take a shower or you cook spaghetti or boil water, all that moisture from the air hits that window when it's 50 below and freezes, and it'll be like a glacier on there. This will keep your window totally clear, and what happens when it's 50 below and it's clear, you feel so much warmer, you don't have any draft, and there's no water damming up. You can see how these windows, you can tell they were wet at one time because they're kind of damaged, and this is how that. the very last part of this is you have to go around the window and just trim that off. And I usually like to trim it about 1/4 inch away and just be very careful. Usually when you put the scissors on it, you can kind of just push it up, and that's what Nick's going to do. He's going to cut the bottom first, come all the way across. And then that, once you're done with that, that'd be good. That's how you do the windows. And now you can look at it, and it's like totally clear, so when you're on the inside, you can't even tell it's there. So you just got to be careful you don't have kids poking pins through it. All right, thank you, Nick, for helping us on this video.
Welcome.